Trinketing that. Okay, now I need to kill him before he casts it again. Come on. Come on. You're dead. You're dead. Carried by Trinket, dude. Carried by my fucking racial. There we go. That was easy. Fuck yes. Have you watched the documentary that you're in? No, I haven't. Rip Little Peep? True. Just a second. Actually, no, let me turn this off. I'll watch this video real quick. People wanted to see this. I actually want to see this. Why the OK sign is not okay and Blizzard got it right.
Doing the OK hand gesture is not okay. Blizzard was right to ban it, and I'll explain why.
Okay. All right, why?
Over the weekend, Blizzard made headlines for reportedly banning fans at Overwatch League events from making the OK hand gesture after one fan threw one up during an interview with LA Gladiators DPS player Decay. And guess what? Blizzard was right to ban it. I know what you're thinking. It's just a harmless hand sign, Zenyatta does it in one of his win poses, it's a spray in the game, it's nothing. The problem is that it might seem innocuous, but it's been co-opted by people with ties to white supremacist movements. And I know some of you are already in the comments telling me that it's not a white supremacist symbol, it's all just a meme, and I'm an idiot. But listen, calm down. I was like you a week ago, and then I did some research and found out what's really going on here. A group of people on 4chan decided to troll people by flooding Twitter with claims that the hand gesture was actually a white power sign as part of something they called Operation OKKK. Now, this wasn't true at the time and was just intended to mess with people.
Okay.
The problem is, like with all memes, it got completely out of control. What's fucked up is that actual white supremacists have decided they like using the hand sign. It got so bad that the Anti-Defamation League has stated that while the OK hand gesture isn't exactly a racist hand signal, it has been used by some white supremacists. Now, the ADL also says that context...
Well, so is waving. Like, white supremacists wave at people.
is super important. Like, if I said, that's okay, and then did this, you know that I mean that's okay, and I'm not being a racist. The problem is when you try to hide the gesture. We've seen plenty of times in history that people who want to keep their beliefs and opinions hidden take up coded language or symbols to hide it from everyone. White supremacists have a fucking ton of these, and it's looking like the OK hand symbol is becoming one of these. And if you're still doubting me, that guy who killed 50 people at 2 mosques in New Zealand last month flashed the OK hand gesture during his arraignment in court. Basically, it's gotten pretty clear that this, while it seems innocuous, has been adopted as a white supremacist symbol, even if people aren't necessarily aware of that. Okay, that was a lot of facts, so let's recap really quick.
No, it wasn't.
That OK hand gesture started as a meme, wasn't really white supremacist, then actual white supremacists took it over. And that's why that Overwatch League fan, the guy who actually flashed that hand gesture in the background, didn't do anything wrong. He didn't know, and actually he tweeted an apology afterwards when he learned the context that it's taken on. But people were mad that Blizzard made the ban, and I guess it's kind of understandable. It feels to them like they're losing their free speech, but I don't actually think that's what's happening here. And listen, I get it. It sucks seeing a thing you like get turned into something racist. You're gonna fight back against it, but it's not about free speech. It's about not wanting to be associated with racist ideologies. The fact of the matter is, Blizzard gets to say what goes in their studio. They are not treading on your right to free speech. And even if they were, you can go a couple years without doing the OK hand gesture, at least until all this blows over and racists lose the fight. Because history has shown that they will lose, and you'll get to do your dumb hand gesture again. Blizzard has done this before. They banned Pepe memes from the Overwatch League a few months ago because it was an innocuous meme that took on racist undertones, and it's not okay to use anymore. Look, let's be real here. The OK hand gesture is a fucking white supremacist thing now. Don't be mad at Blizzard for banning it, be mad at white supremacists for taking an innocent thing and ruining it. Or, you know, be mad at me for telling you all this or whatever. Blizzard is even protecting some of their younger fans from falling down the slippery slope of racist memes, whether they intend to be racist or not. Blizzard got it right. Don't be mad at them. Be mad at white supremacists for turning something innocent into something disgusting. Pepe was associated with racist memes, so is the OK hand gesture, and I don't want to see racism anywhere in esports. And I don't think you do either.
Thanks for watching. If you want more great content just like this, be sure to hit the subscribe button.
it's just, I think, like, do they even have comments enabled? Well, they do. I don't know why, like, everybody has to sit around and pretend like this is some sort of, like, a normal thing. It's just, it's incredibly stupid. Like, I think that you can make a pretty strong argument, like, at least I think so, on, like, the clown memes, like the honk honk stuff, having a pretty strong tie to, like, you know, people that are, like, racist or, like, you know, race realists, etc., right? I mean, that's, at least, like, that's my evaluation of it. That's what I've seen people using it on Twitter, etc. And I think that almost everybody, and like maybe that might not even be true now, because like in the same way that there could be people that use Pepe like in a racist way at the beginning, now people just use Pepe for everything. And I can give you another example for it. I think the gnomed meme, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong here, but didn't the gnome meme like originally, like didn't it originate from something that was like super racist? Like I could be wrong about that, but I remember reading it specifically. People were saying no, yes, and no. Gnomes are not racist. Let me see. Gnome meme. Let me just look it up real quick. Let's see here. Gnomed meme origin racist. Let's see. I don't know why I heard that then. Maybe I am wrong about that. I remember seeing like that could just be one of those examples of like something that goes around that turns out to be completely untrue. Gnoming yourself? Well, no, I'm glad that I looked this up, because if I'm wrong about this, I want to know that so I don't go around and say things that because I kind of just assumed that it was true because I looked into it like very slightly, or I read like an explanation. I just assumed that it was true. Maybe, yeah, it looks like I am wrong about that. You're thinking about Keemstar. No, I'm not. Okay, that's fine. Look, man, the way that I look at it is like the OK symbol, like, because like one guy that shot up a mosque used the symbol, I don't think everybody else should like stop using it, right? I mean, the guy gives one example of someone who's clearly mentally deranged, who uses a symbol and now nobody else is able to use it, and it's just called a racist symbol and nobody can ever question that. I think is ridiculous. It's not a racist symbol. You have presidents, you have Barack Obama using the symbol. I mean, I've seen pictures of that too. Like it's a ridiculous decision made by Blizzard, and the only reason they're making the decision is to keep advertisers. It's the same reason why they got rid of Pepe the Frog. It's so transparent. This is before this? Well, no, it's stupid now too. Like, how many people do you think are using Pepe the Frog? Like, I mean, you can use the same logic for this that you can use for Pepe the Frog. Is Pepe the Frog a racist symbol because this random website said that it was? I would say that it's not. Like, is everybody in chat putting Pepe the Frog a racist? No, of course not. It's insane. Like, I don't know how we've gotten to this point in the world where a stated joke that's been repeated by a handful of people that actually take it seriously is now something that we want to all base our lives around. It's insane to me. Like, I genuinely feel like the world is going crazy. Like, they're making the hand gesture, like, and it's completely different than, like, the Nazi, like, the Roman salute, right? Because, like, you had the Holocaust and stuff. Like, nobody's getting killed by an OK signal. This is insane. Hitler breathed oxygen, time to stop breathing. Well, no, it's like, look, I understand, like, the whole, like, racist stuff. And I think that, like, a lot of, like, websites and, like, even... I think one of the biggest problems that websites have nowadays is the fact that, like, if you have an unmoderated chat room, if you have, like, just a random stream on Twitch with, like, no context whatsoever, and it's, like, just a random stream of 20,000 people, there's going to be tons of racist memes all over it. That is the problem that these websites have to deal with. Why do their organic audiences become so overwhelmingly racist? Why does that happen? And I don't think it's one streamer's fault. Like, because it's just such a scapegoat to say that. Wait, what the fuck? Hyper Mega Seagull? Okay, just, alright, let me fight this guy. Mecha Trigal, move out of that. Oh, oh, fuck. Okay, so I probably should move out of that, too. Okay. Mecha Beagle, am I supposed to kill that? Not really, it's got a lot of health. Okay, so I'm supposed to kill these down here. And I should probably move farther away from those. Give me 1 second, I'll focus. Worth playing WoW, saying that it's no one's responsibility, but we're here. Well, it's not that it's no one's responsibility. It's the website's responsibility, right? Because they're the only people that have the ability to, like, control the website on like on a mass level. You know, you can say that it's like a streamer's fault or something, and like I think you can make a lot of arguments for that. That's true, but ultimately, like, whenever your organic website, you know, you have a random stream, nobody else is in this stream, like there's no context behind the stream at all, there's tons of racism. And it's the same thing on YouTube too. Like, it's massively popular, and I think that these companies need to look at, like, why the hell is this happening, rather than like trying to like find these like imaginary boogeymen with like the OK symbol, because that's not the issue. I think it's much deeper than that. Wait, surrender to idiots that they're gonna ruin your life. Well, I'm not surrendering anything. Like, all I'm saying is that, like, I think that it's much bigger than like any one individual person, right? And like these symbols and everything, like, why is this happening? And I think that the reason of like why are people acting this way is what these companies need to try to figure out how to deal with, right? Why is it that every single time that I say steal, or anybody says steal, in basically any large chat room on Twitch, people put tryhard? Like 99% of the time. Like, I think that's much more interesting and much more important than like the OK symbol, because the OK symbol has innocuous, I guess, like, usage. Like, putting a blackface whenever somebody says steal or welfare isn't innocuous. It's obviously racist, right? I mean, I feel like I feel like the whole world has gone crazy. It's because it's funny. Like, I mean, is it really funny to put the blackface in chat whenever you say steal? I mean, like, is that really funny? Like, I don't know. I don't think it is. Maybe I'm maybe I don't get the joke. Like, I mean, I think racial humor is hilarious, right? I've watched tons of like David Chappelle and, you know, Richard Pryor and Bill Cosby, right? I mean, I love these guys. Bill Cosby, I can't say I like Bill Cosby, okay? But the other two are great. And I think their content's amazing, and it's oftentimes racial, and that's okay. But it's like there's also a difference between being Richard Pryor and being Weed Destroyer 420XX Pussy Killer in Twitch chat, you know? And I don't know, it's like, it's just so low effort, like racist humor, it's not even really good. I don't know what Twitch should do. Like, here's what I think Twitch should do. If they want to do one thing to make the website a little bit cleaner, right? For like, and I know you guys are probably gonna get really upset that I say this, but what they should do is whenever you create an account, you should have to watch streams and be present in certain streams for a certain period of time before you can start using chat in the website. That's what I think they should do. That would probably be the smartest and the cleanest way of doing it. And I know everybody thinks I'm wrong. That's fine. Like, this is my best solution. No? Okay. Think about whatever. Yeah. What about IP bans? Anybody that thinks IP bans work is stupid. Like, it'll work for a lot of people, and I think they should IP ban people, but I think they should do both of them, because people do it on like their mobile phone and shit. So it's more complicated than that. Okay. Kill this guy here. That they already do. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bad joke isn't racism. I don't know. I mean, like, as I said, I'm okay with like some racist jokes, but like, whenever you're just like, yeah, black people are dumb, it's just like, that's not really a joke. It's just that person being an asshole. Like, I don't know. I don't, just because you say something's a joke. Fuck! God damn it. That was a joke. That was a fucking joke right there that I just died to. I can't believe that I just fucking died to that. That's just terrible. The premise of the joke is racism and racial stereotype. It's not a joke. I don't think as many people are joking about it as you think they are. I think a lot of the people are genuinely racist. Because I had to deal with this problem, right? This was like back in 2000 and like early 2016, 2017. Is that I used to have like a lot more like edgy humor on my stream. And then whenever I tried to rein it in, and I was like, let's not do racist stuff, they're like, well, no. And these people, they're like, well, you know, according to crime statistics, and it's like all this other stuff. And it's like, I don't want to have my stream be a battleground for like social like responsibility or anything like that. I come on here just to entertain people, and like sometimes I talk about like more complex issues, but for the most part, I just want to basically entertain people and not have my stream be co-opted by people that have an agenda to push one way or another. I just want people to be able to enjoy the stream and chill out. So, like, I had a lot of people that were, like, genuinely angry and, like, frustrated. And I've also, like, looked at a lot of the people that responded to me negatively whenever I would say things like this. And their profiles were full of things that were genuinely racist. So this isn't just, like, some memer who's getting his freedom of speech, freedom of memeing being revoked. No, this is a genuine racist person who was part of, like, my community. And I think that both of those things can happen. But I think there's a lot more people that are genuinely racist than you might give them credit for. Because it might be easy to say that, like, I think an example of this is like the, remember like the political debate that I did, right? That I was the moderator of. I think that people like Nick. I don't think they're as much of a minority as a lot of people might think or want them to be. There's a lot of people out there that are like Nick. And I don't know what to do about that, right? But I think it's something that these companies really have to focus on and think about before they start worrying about banning these like hand symbols. Because I think banning the hand symbols, it's almost like a boy who cried wolf. Like everybody generally thinks the hand signal banning is dumb, right? You look at like the like and dislike ratio here, like 43,000 people think it's dumb, 3,000 people think that it isn't, right? I mean, like that's just like a general, like it's overwhelmingly negative. And it's like you're creating all of these like false fires whenever there are real fires. And I don't know how to deal with the real fires, and I don't think they do either. So they're just attacking things that don't matter to pretend like they actually care about it, but they don't know how to actually fix the real problem. Like, that's what I think. Thinking of racism, it's hard, so they ban joke. Well, yeah, it's really hard. I don't know if it's really virtue signaling or not, but I think there's a lot more to it than just banning the hand signal. I mean, I don't know. Like, that's just the way that I see about it. A lot of people think that it's more fun to be a part of a hive mind, so not so much about being racist. I think that's like, but hive minds can come together like anywhere. Like, I think you're right, but there's no like, yeah, that is true. It is true. There's no like one motivation that's causing all this to happen, right? It's like multiple things coming together at the same time. Our predecessor to Christians got bombed today. That's terrible to hear. Like, I mean, obviously you don't want to have anybody get bombed. Maybe I should kill this guy first, because I think he has less health. Let me try and do that this time. Okay, so I'll kill him first. I can't move out of that. That does so much damage. Oh wait, they have basically the same amount of health. Okay. So I need to move out whenever he says throw dynamite, or he casts throw dynamite. Okay, so I move out of that. Okay, so this is just a matter of timing. Okay, and what is this? 250% damage. Okay, that's a lot of damage. Actually, he's not even hitting me that hard. I should be able to kill him here, because I can heal through the damage too. It should be fine. Okay. I'd prefer not to use my heal though. Okay, so after this, I'll jump back and charge with the heal. Actually, I don't even need to. Okay, got him. There we go. Hey, chat, Sarah joke. No, I understand. Don't want racism in chat. Follow Moon's advice, and like, what is this here? You got heat for it. Ban people who say the racist shit, and eventually they get the memo. Well, I think that I've made it, like, if anybody thinks that like my stream is like encouraging racism or something like that, they're just an idiot. Like I have tried very hard actually to get rid of like a lot of the different like racist like things that happen in my stream, and I've even like jokes that were like just a little bit kind of like edgy that you could say were racist, I stopped telling them because I think people started taking them like seriously. So like I've actually tried to do that as much as I can, and if I think somebody's like a genuine racist or whatever, like I'll probably ban them. Yeah, sure. Like if they start bringing up a bunch of bullshit, because that's not what the stream's about. But I don't think it's as simple as just banning people, because I think the organic user base that comes to the website on its own, right? Not because of like any one streamer, is fundamentally racist. And that's the issue. I don't know what these companies can do about it. And again, I can use the empty chat room with 20,000 people in it. If you go to an empty chat room with 20,000 people in it, or not empty, I mean, obviously like, but a contextless chat room with 20,000 people in it, there's going to be a lot of racism there. That's the point that I'm trying to get at. Black. Oh, this fucking one. Okay, I can do this one. All you do is go back and forth. Okay, here we go. I've actually got to focus here for a second. Okay. Move back over here. Okay, back and forth, back and forth. Okay. It's gonna be a little bit rough, but it should be fine. Okay, I'll move him over here so I can see him. Well, that's pretty fast. I'll move out of that one. Okay, this is 100% focus. I can't even talk while I'm doing this. I can, obviously, but I can't think about anything except for doing it. Okay. Go, moving out of that. All right, good. That almost hit me. These are always like super sketchy. Got him. Easy. Easy. Every group has preferences. IQ, age matters. Cultures are unequal. Well, yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, I think obviously, like, yeah, there's difference between people. Yeah, whatever. But, like, that doesn't mean you should treat them differently. Like, it's really what you do with the information. Like, you can acknowledge, like, some people are short and some people are tall. But I think you should treat people that are tall and short the same way. I mean, that's really the only... So, like, even if you, like, acknowledge all that being true, you still should treat people the same. You know, like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, some are bald? Yeah, I mean, come on. I don't think having a giggle from stupid stereotypes is particularly harmful. Take spamming K-Kona whenever incest is broken up, or an NA meme. Well, the difference between, like, spamming K-Kona and spamming tryhard is that you're comparing a subset of, like, people that are white to the entire population of black people, right? It's that rednecks have incest and black people steal things, right? So I think it's a very, very different distinction. And like, I don't know, like, just the memes are just like, they're boring. And like, what? Is that not true? I mean, like, is that not the difference? Like, I don't know. To me, it seems very, very clear it's the difference. Clipped out of context. Yo, people can clip anything out of context. Like, he came all the way over here just for this. Here we go. Racism on anything political? Yeah, I know. Like, I just think Twitch... That's what I think they should do. They should make it to where you have to watch streams for a certain period of time and, like, be present in streams for a certain period of time before you can actually talk in the chat rooms. And I think that would cut down the amount of people that make new accounts. The only problem with that is then it would make it a lot harder for people to talk and, like, participate in chat. So it's like you're trading one thing off for another. I don't know what the right decision is. Okay. Follower mode? Well, it's the difference between like being a follower of a stream. Like you can click it and then like you just click off, but like having to actually watch the stream takes more direct investment. So people that spend more direct investment to like be invested in like watching streams to where they have chat privileges on that account would be less likely to revoke those or lose those accounts. Right? That's the difference in my mind. I'm not saying it's like a perfect solution. I just think it's a better one than what we have now. That's all. There's time follower mode. Well, it's not something, I think this should be like a universal thing for the website. Not something that like streamers can opt into or not. Your right to Battle for Azeroth story is really similar to Bionicle G1 story. At some point, maybe I will, but I don't want to right now. I didn't know Tryhard is not used for groups like the Kekona is used for rednecks. Based off of the way that people respond to it in chat. If there's ever a black person in chat, people put the Tryhard, and there are only select instances where people put the Kekona for white people. So that's obviously the difference. I mean, I mean, come on. All right, think about this from the perspective of a large streamer. What about smaller streamers who average less than 100 viewers? Forcing viewers to invest time before talking would discourage new streams? I don't really think so at all, personally. Like, I don't think so, because it's not necessarily that this streamer, and like you can have that with follower mode anyway, because like you would assume that the people that are coming and finding these streams with under viewers would be organic viewers from the website. And if they're organic viewers from the website, they would have already put in that time watching other streams to begin with. So I don't really think that argument's very strong. The intent's still there in the same way. And the intent is still the same. Well, it's more that like, I'm okay with like the racial jokes. It's not a big deal. I don't really care. But all I'm saying is that I think for a lot of the people that do that kind of stuff, I don't think that they're joking. And the way that the reason I've come to that conclusion is that I look at the amount of people that give me negative feedback whenever I say things like this on Twitter, and their tweets are like, you know, following like actual white supremacists and, you know, like really, really bad kind of stuff. Like, and this isn't some sort of like a meme or whatever. Like, this is genuinely what they think. Like, I don't think it's all memes. Like, and I'm okay with jokes. I love jokes. But I don't think they're joking. I really don't. You're right. Yeah, I mean, like, because like, here's the thing is I've actually, here's a compliment that I get. I'm going to tell you guys this. If I ever get, if somebody ever gets really mad at me and they're like, I fucking hate you, you're such a piece of shit, I hope you die. If that ever happens and I look at their profile and they're an idiot, well then I'm looking at my own profile. All right. Yeah, I wish that was staged. Because everyone would suffer from because of a few retards? Well, no, because I don't think it's a few retards. Like that's my whole premise is that the problem is not like, well, like let's get down to brass tacks here, okay? The problem is not a select amount of streamers perpetrating or perpetuating, excuse me, things that have racist connotations. That's bad, but there's a problem that is beyond that transcends them, that is the core issue, okay? And that's what I think deserves the conversation. Not, oh, is somebody saying try hard whenever somebody's stealing something and they're watching a video, is that racist? Should they get in trouble for that? I don't know, maybe. Like, I don't really care a whole lot. It doesn't matter. The core issue is very different than that. You know, problems our society isn't racist, it's honest. Well, so, like, that's an example, right? I mean, like, I think that, like, if you talk about them with a certain context, you're kind of baiting a different type of... You're not talking about, like, what the problems are. Everybody knows what the problems are, but your solutions are obviously negative. Like, those are really I think that's really the core of it. But, like, let me get back to what I was saying before. Is that whenever I go and I look at somebody's profile of somebody who's, like, really, really angry and upset with me or, like, super mad and they just talk shit, and I look at their profile, and every single tweet or post they have is them talking shit or being mad about something. Like, there's never like, hey, I'm here with my friends, or hey, I'm doing this thing. They're always fucking just miserable, unhappy people. Every fucking time. And honestly, whenever I see somebody who's really, really stupid that I make mad, I actually think that's like a compliment to me. Like, if I make somebody really stupid mad. You mean McConnell? No, I don't mean McConnell. Being proud of being European is not racist. I don't think anybody thinks it's racist to be proud of being a European. Like, I certainly don't. I mean, of course not. That's insane. Like, it's complete, like... I mean, like, yeah. No, you're right. There are people that do feel that way. And I think they're stupid, too. Like, I'm not like an SJW or anything. I think that's really stupid. But it's not just, like, one way or another way. And I can get into this. Like, people are very opinionated about this stuff. And I used to talk about it a lot more on my stream. But I think that, like... I don't think people have, like, the maturity level to deal with conversations like this on Twitch. Like, I'll be honest, I really don't. And I wish that they did, because it really interests me, and, like, I could sit and talk about this for, like, hours. Like, I would love to talk about this kind of stuff. But, I just don't really think Twitch is the avenue to do it, especially with, like, the way that you get feedback and everything. Seeing the amount of people that support Nick Fuentes also shines light on what you're saying. Well, yeah. Like, everybody, and I know, like, well, no, that poll was, like, because, like, I went on poll afterwards, and, like, people were, like, posting the poll. I went on poll, and people were posting the poll on poll. Like, you know, the politically incorrect board on 4chan for people to vote on it. So, obviously, it was brigaded, but there were a lot of people in chat that were like, yeah, Nick is the best, right? They're like, Nick's the winner. And, like, I try to be, like, you know, like, impartial because I'm the moderator. But, like, that was really surprising for me to see. It's not what I expected. Okay, here we go. Oh, I'm rank 3. Okay, never mind. I've got to wait. Nationalism isn't racism. Listen, like, this is the thing, is I'm not saying that. Like, nobody's saying that. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I mean, I know there's, like, plenty of idiot people that go out there and say it. And, like, that kind of goes back to what I was saying about the OK symbol, right? Is that you have people that, you know, they make these, like, really weird, like, they're like, oh, well, you shouldn't be happy of your heritage if you're, like, this type of person. I think that's a terrible thing to say. And I think that all the amount of times that, like, people focus on, like, things like the OK symbol, they make people that are, like, kind of just semi-reasonable, they alienate those people. And I think that's kind of what's happened. I don't know what to do about it, right? I don't think anybody really does, but I see what's happening. Audience is pretty creepy, to be honest. Sucks you're a cool guy, wants one to entertain. Well, it's not my audience. I think it's just, like, people, like, in general. Like, obviously, if you have, like, 20,000 people watching something, you're gonna have a couple of fucking weirdos. There's nothing you can do about that. I'm sorry to say. Okay. Try and stun this guy. Oh, I can't. I didn't even know that. I thought I was able to. Okay, we're good. The goal is crypto-fascism. You know, I honestly think that robots are gonna... you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna say it. Alright. So, I think that we're entering an age of neo-feudalism. Where we're gonna be moving and trending towards, like, how ancient Rome was, whenever 90% of the population was slaves. And 90% of the population just exists to serve the last 10% of the population that's actually creating all of the goods in the culture. And you're seeing this already with, like, Uber Eats, right? You have people that their job is literally to go shopping for somebody else that probably is able to make more money than they do. And you're going to see more and more of these service jobs happening. And I think they have to have, like, no, I don't even want to talk about that, because that's, like, my own, like, personal opinions. Like, that's maybe a little bit too much. But I do think that we're entering an age of neo-feudalism, where most people will be serving the people that, like, have, like, a lot of robots or automation, have the access to automation. And I know that might sound insane, and that's probably because it is, but I think it's happening. That's not a far-fetched opinion. Yeah, I really think that's happening. Like, straight up. Went to server in a house. Mundane jobs were, yeah, they're going to be replaced by robots. So, like, I think they have to do, like, either a guaranteed income or there's going to be, like, huge riots and shit because people won't be able to find a job. Because the issue is that, like, the amount of, like, knowledge and, like, education you need to, like, do a job correctly is getting higher because the low education and low knowledge jobs are being automated. But that's not happening at the same time as people's IQs going up and people's ability to learn and do things going up. So you're going to have a situation where you have a lot of people that are pretty fucking dumb that don't have a job and they're fucking mad. Woke? Where's he at? Yeah, IQ does go. I know, I'm sure IQ goes up over time, but it's not going up at the same rate. They're different rates. Like, that's two different things. I can't even fucking find them. That's the way it goes. Okay, here we go. Don't think we're there yet. Definitely possible future. I think 30 years from now. 30 years. That's how long it'll take. When the service people be more replaced by robots then? I mean, there are some things you can't really replace robots with. And I don't know, like maybe. Okay, let me see if I can beat him this time. So he did that thing and then maniacal laugh. So I have to run away from that. And then I kill this guy. Okay, so I have to really watch out for that maniacal laugh. That's the main dangerous thing that he does. Okay. And I just have to burn this guy down. I can't see his cast. Okay. Okay, there it is. Got him. I should be interrupting that Tesla cannon, but I'm not really gonna... Oh, that's not gonna hit me? No. Okay, we're good. The jump. Oh, wow. Okay, I'll start healing myself now. This is hard. Oops. Almost got hit by that. Moving on to that cast. Okay, that one's dead. Good. All right, next one. Interrupting Tesla cannon. All right, here we go. We're fine. Actually, I'm going to kill this guy first. Okay, I got double proc on them. That's good. That'll give me a lot of heals. Tesla cannon. Can't really interrupt that. Yeah, I can. I can stun him. Okay. Yeah, this one was pretty hard. Shit. Nothing that. Whew. Okay, we're good. Got him, boys.